Hello and welcome to another Hill and Ponton video blog. I'm Matthew Hill here with Carol Ponton. This is part two on a two-part series we've done on aggravation or pre-existing conditions. Essentially when the VA denies a claim that you have because they say that you have a disability, but it existed prior to service. In the first part, we talked about when the VA says that, but that pre-existing condition is never noted on your entrance exam. So they say that you claim a knee injury, and they say, well, this pre-existed service, but there was never any notation of that on your entrance exam. At that point, you're entitled to what's called the presumption of soundness, and that they can't just come out and make that up. They got to show why it pre-existed service, and they have a heavy burden to do that. Now, the second...
And the problem is, they never do that.
Right.
You need to realize the VA always puts the burden on the veteran. But you are given a great benefit here because it's not the typical test, is it more likely or not? The test, they have to show by clear and convincing evidence that this pre-existed, okay? So if they haven't done that, then you need to appeal your case, you need to continue your case. And then this is a situation like we talked about where there is nothing listed on your entrance exam showing you had a problem. But we also want to talk about what if something was listed there?
So then that's step two. If something's listed there and they're saying this is a problem going into service, but it's not enough to keep you from going into service. So you have a knee problem, but it's not enough to keep you from running or bearing weight, but it's noted on there that you're coming in defective, as they would say. Then you go to step two of the analysis, which is presumption of aggravation.
Right. So say you hurt your knee in the service, you're entitled to get benefits for that. The VA will very likely deny you saying that this was pre-existing, but if you can show it was aggravated during service, you're entitled to benefits for that injury.
Well, and again, as you said, the VA has to show that the burden shifts to them if there's a notation of an injury in service, and they have to show beyond the clear and convincing evidence standard that there was a pre-existing condition and that was the normal course of the disease, meaning that even though there was an injury or something happened in service, it wasn't beyond the normal course of the disease. It was just kind of how it would have
normally progressed
anyway.
Which is very, very unusual. And once again, the VA doesn't give you this, the right and the presumption. You have to appeal so that you get that, okay?
You just need to make sure they do their analysis right. And this is one of the few areas that if they haven't done that analysis right, whenever you applied 10 years ago, 20 years ago, you have an opportunity actually to reopen that claim under Q, clear and unmistakable error. But the more important part is to focus on getting your benefits now and making sure that they have the burden and they prove the burden versus them pushing the burden back on you.
You know, when we look at cases, there are certain areas where we know there is very, very likely to be an error on the part of the VA. And these are areas where there was a pre-existing condition or aggravation. So if you have those, you are very likely to have a decision that is incorrect. And you should look at that as far as appealing that and pursuing that.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you again for joining the Hill and Ponton video blog. And we look forward to seeing you on the space again soon.